Imagine this. You're at a wedding, the wine runs out, disaster. Then, someone takes ordinary water, and moments later, it's the finest wine you've ever tasted. This isn't a magic trick. It's one of the most famous miracles in history, Jesus turning water into wine at Cana. For centuries, this story has baffled believers and skeptics alike. How did it happen? Was it pure divine intervention, or could there be a hidden scientific framework, a cosmic chemistry that we simply don't understand yet? Today we're going to dive deep, scientifically analyzing how such an impossible feat might occur if we stretch the boundaries of our current understanding. First, let's establish the biblical account from John 2. The wedding host runs out of wine. Jesus' mother, Mary, tells him. Jesus instructs servants to fill 6 stone jars, each holding 20-30 gallons, with water. Then, he tells them to draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. And voila! It's wine, and not just any wine, but the best wine. The key elements are water, immediately transformed, no time for fermentation, and of superior quality. This isn't aging, it's instantaneous creation. So how do we even begin to approach this scientifically? Let's break down wine. At its most basic, wine is fermented grape juice. But grape juice is complex. It's mostly water, but also sugars, glucose, fructose, acids, tartaric, malic, citric, tannins, polyphenols, anthocyanins for color, esters for aroma, and yeast. To turn water, H2O, into wine, you're not just adding color. You need to introduce all these complex organic compounds, sugars, acids, and then somehow facilitate an instantaneous biochemical process equivalent to weeks or months of fermentation and aging. This isn't just a chemical reaction, it's a biological transformation without the biological process. From a purely atomic perspective, water is H2O. Sugars are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Alcohols, ethanol in wine, are also CHO, but arranged differently. So could Jesus have somehow rearranged the atoms of water, or introduced new atoms from seemingly nowhere? This would require an energy input beyond anything we understand. It's not just alchemy, it's a radical transformation of matter. We're talking about transmuting elements, which requires immense energy, like in a star or a particle accelerator. Imagine doing that in a clay pot, at room temperature, instantly. This is where science hits a wall called miracle. Even if we could instantly create all the components of grape juice, how do you get fermentation without time? Fermentation is a slow process where yeast converts sugar into ethanol and carbon dioxide. In theory, enzymes can speed up reactions. But we're talking about speeding it up by a factor of hundreds of thousands, to literally instantaneous. This would require enzymes so potent and conditions so perfect that it's beyond our wildest biochemical dreams. Imagine a super enzyme that could perform the work of millions of yeast cells in a nanosecond, refining the product to perfection. It's a leap from fast to impossible by our current laws. What if it's not about chemistry as we know it, but something deeper? Could it involve manipulating the very fabric of reality? Some fringe scientific theories delve into quantum mechanics, suggesting that at the subatomic level, particles behave in ways that defy classical physics. Could Jesus have influenced the quantum state of the water molecules, causing them to collapse into a wine-like configuration? Or perhaps drawn energy and matter from an unknown dimension to instantly manifest these compounds? This is pure speculation, bordering on science fiction, but it asks, what are the true limits of energy, matter, and the fundamental forces of the universe? Ultimately, our scientific understanding, no matter how advanced, currently has no framework for spontaneous, complete, and perfect material transformation like this. This is where many arrive at the conclusion of divine intervention. A miracle, by definition, is an event that transcends the known laws of nature. It's not about breaking the laws, but operating outside or above them, perhaps by a higher set of principles we simply cannot perceive or replicate. For believers, it's a demonstration of God's sovereignty over creation, a reminder that the Creator isn't bound by the rules He set for us. Whether you approach it from a perspective of pure faith or with a scientific curiosity, the story of water to wine remains profoundly compelling. It challenges us to consider the boundaries of what's possible and reminds us that there's always more to learn about the universe and perhaps the divine. Do you think there's a scientific explanation we just haven't discovered yet? Or is this truly a moment when the divine hand moved without earthly constraints? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this thought-provoking, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more discussions that bridge the incredible with the scientific.